Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm going to talk to you about the Marchman Act. So in quite a few of the videos that I've been posting lately, I've talked about the fact we have a brand new book all about the Marchman Act. And if you look at this the description for this video, there's a link to it. You just click on it, you give us your name, your email address, and we send it to you for free. And there's written chapters, there's a bunch of video content. So please download it. But a lot of people have been saying to me, Mark, what is the Marchman Act? And when I first opened up my my office out of the local library here in 2016, a lot of people were calling and saying, when did this new law come on the books? Well, that's because the reason they were asking that question is because, before I came along, the couple of lawyers that were doing Marchman Acts apparently weren't talking about it on social media, and the statute that's been on the books since 1993, nobody seemed to know about. Now, people like me come along and start, talking about it, how we can help people. Now people are not so much calling about, what is it, but how can it help them, right? So let's just take a few minutes to talk about that. So the Marchman Act is a statute that's unique to Florida. There really is nothing else quite like it anywhere in the country. And it allows us here in Florida, and you don't have to be a resident or even a citizen to use the benefits of the Marchman Act. You just have to be here in Florida. But it allows us to put somebody into treatment for periods of 90 days. So I've had a young man who came here from Arkansas. I had him under the Marchman Act for over 2 years. Every 90 days I went back in and I got an extension, and we were able to keep him in treatment for quite a bit of time. Our typical Marchman Act case probably goes for at least 6 months. So we do 90 days, we get it extended, and we go another 90 days. Why is that important? Because from our experience, if you can keep somebody in recovery for at least 1 year, there is a great chance they stay in recovery for the rest of their lives. And my good friend and colleague, Dr. Robert Sanchez, who I saw speak at a conference recently, quoted a really interesting statistic. If you can keep somebody in recovery for at least a year, there's a 70% chance they stay in recovery for the rest of their life. If you can keep them in recovery for 5 years, well, there's an 83% chance they stay in recovery for the rest of their lives. So that first year is key and critical, and the Marchman Act is a very important, piece of that puzzle, because getting somebody into treatment and keeping them there at least for 3 to 6 months before they start working the continuum of care is the key. And most of the time when we're speaking to a family, they have a loved one that either won't go to treatment because they're in denial or won't stay in treatment. They just bounce and bounce and bounce out of one treatment center after another. And so the Marchman Act is a really important piece of that. And there's a piece of it that allows us to file for at least an initial court order, good for 72 hours, where we can file, get the police to pick somebody up, get them to a place of safety without them even knowing about it, right? So they don't run. And so it's got a couple of really interesting pieces to it. There's the assessment period, there's the treatment period of it. But long and short of it is, if your loved one is here in Florida or you need help getting them here, because we can help you with that too, the Marchman Act can be a very powerful life-saving tool. So that's the Marchman Act. So please download the book, read more about it, learn more about it. The book has written chapters. It also has video content that has me in a shirt and tie. I know that's probably not what you expect, but I figured if I'm going to make a book, maybe I should lose the t-shirt and baseball cap. So it's all there for you. You just got to download it. It's absolutely free. If you've used the Marchman Act or you've heard about the Marchman Act, post in the comments. I'd like to know what you think about it. Let me know what you think. If there's an issue going on in your family and I've not made a video about it, let me know. Post in the comments. I will make you that video. If you like this content, please give us a thumbs up. It really helps with the Google algorithm. And if you want more of this content that I make every day, please subscribe to the channel. With that said, thanks for tuning in. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.